as you know, Chris is our 8th-time speaker here as he goes into his 9th season at DB. Chris Poore, a Greenville native, is a Tusculum College graduate. He has built one of the premier high school basketball programs in Tennessee. Since taking over as head coach at Dobyns Bennett High School in 2017, Poore has led his team of the Indians to multiple regional championships, a 2022 state Class 4A championship, and a consistent top finish for the competitive Big 5 conference. During his tenure at Dobyns Bennett, Coach Poore has compiled an impressive record of 158 wins and 50 losses, including 5 conference championships, 3 regional titles, and 2 Elite 8 state appearances. His 2022 squad captured both the regional and state crowns, cementing his reputation for building disciplined, high-character teams that play with intensity and unity. Before arriving at DB, Poore spent 6 seasons as a head coach at Jefferson County High School, where he led the Patriots to their highest Associated Press state ranking in school history, 5 straight district championship appearances, and 6 consecutive regional tournament berths. As a player, Poore was a standout at Tusculum College, earning first-team All-South Atlantic Conference honors and the Scholar Athlete of the Year award. He also toured with the Harlem Globetrotters for 2 seasons as a member of the Washington Generals. Interesting. We're going to have to see some handles after the program, right? His coach honors include multiple Conference Coach of the Year awards, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2018, 2019, 2022, and 23. Lakeway Regional Coach of the Year 2014, Northeast Tennessee Coach of the Year 2018, and State of Tennessee State Coach of the Year 2022. Off the court, Coach Poore is a devoted family man. Him and his wife Jessica have 3 children, and together they remain deeply involved in both the Dobyns Bennett community and local youth programs. So if y'all don't mind, to please stand up and give a word when I welcome Coach Chris Poore.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. I didn't expect all that, and I think my players are now going to have some things to say from that. But the longer you get into this and the longer you do it, you start to forget things like how long you've been here, how many times you've spoken at this event. And it's not something I like to bring up, but for the players, the farther I get removed from playing days, it's less that they do their research and figure it out. But I guess I'm going to relive some of those things. But anyway, it's always a pleasure to be here. I always enjoy coming to speak, especially at the Kiwanis Club, because you guys have a great support. And I see a lot of the same faces year after year, which speaks highly of the club. And I come to just share our players with you. And as you can see, this is quite a group I brought in, mostly because I could not pick and choose who to bring as part of this and who not to. There was a couple more, 3 more that were actually supposed to come. 2 were on a bus going to Knoxville for football, and 1 more who, for lack of better words, is on his honeymoon down at the state tournament watching his girlfriend play volleyball. So since he's not here, I felt obliged to throw in a joke at him, but maybe we'll let him check this out later on. But it is an absolute joy to be here and coming and talk to you each year and sharing about our program and our team. This particular team, I couldn't be happier to talk to you about, and if coming through the door with almost the entire squad didn't give it away, we'll bring them up and let you hear from them in just a minute. But this has been one of the most enjoyable preseasons that we've had. We have, and I can say it without any type of hard feelings, this has been the hardest working group we have had up to date. From this point, this morning was our 43rd 6 a.m. workout with 1 or multiple players. Last year, we had 1 player that participated in 6 a.m. workouts, and this year we have grown that to every single player on the varsity team has been in there. We've had as many as 9 players at a time at various times coming in to just do some individual extra work. And for a high school kid to get up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of commitment for them to give up the most coveted time that they have, which is their sleep pattern. And it actually is something that they're starting to do on a daily basis. And it's really a fun thing to see. Now, I'm exhausted because most mornings I've been there. This week we were off 5 days. I don't think we missed a day this week. We had guys in there, and this is the first team I've ever had players that I've had to turn back a little bit. That I've had to tell them to dial it down just a little. You're doing too much. And that sounds bizarre, but we've had some guys that were putting in a little bit too much work, and it was wearing them out. So we're very conscious of that, but most of our guys we don't have to tell that to. Most of them it's like, it wouldn't hurt for you to see a gym every once in a while or get a few extra reps in. This team is built different. I am super excited about the way that we're going to play, how we're going to play. And just to tell you a little bit, our team has changed quite a bit. We had 14 underclassmen last season, and we have 7 of those on our team this year. Some of those by their choice, some of that by our choice. Some was a pretty mutual understanding that the standard is the standard. You just get to choose whether you're going to live up to it or not. And if you're not willing to do that as you go through the program, I'm not willing to sacrifice the program of Dobyns Bennett standards for you. But we represent too many players that came before us. We represent too many great teams that laid the foundation for you to drop the ball. So rest assured that every single year, whether that standard is met or not, it is being preached, and it is an effort that we try to withstand. Now this year, without question, this team has raised and elevated that standard. There is not a player on our roster that I would not say has fully committed to our program and bought into what we're trying to teach. And that's in all capacities. That's not just on the basketball floor and working. That's with a 3.55 GPA average. That's with attendance. That's with no tardies. That's with all of the expectations across the board. And I'm very blessed to be in the position I'm in. I'll introduce some of these guys and talk a little bit about them. We'll start with Levi. He's our senior. We have Levi has, how many we got now? We got 3 seniors. We've got 3 seniors. Levi has been one of our absolute warriors for 4 years. He is the guy that you would love to have as your son because he's going to be super successful, and he is a very disciplined human being. He also came back from a honeymoon. He just got back in time to be here today. But such a great kid. He has been a tremendous leader, and a lot of times you can see what the program is based on the leadership. And he is absolutely doing a great job with these guys, and he has gotten the full trust of each one of them. He's a really good player. But he has the heart of a team, and we're in good hands with him. TJ was a junior last year. Is a junior this year, thankfully. He averaged a lot of points and did a lot of good stuff. He's a really, really talented player. Has a chance to go on and a dream to go on and play after high school. TJ's getting a lot more disciplined. He is starting to venture into the gym in the mornings, starting to venture into doing some of the things that are required. Like I told him, you're not just going to wake up and become a college player and then start getting up in the morning. Like, it's not going to happen overnight, but he has come a long way. And I am excited that he's part of our program. He led us, I think he was our second leading scorer last year, maybe, somewhere around there. Did a really, really good job for us, and he's a talented player if you haven't seen him play. Henry has been here as well. This was our only 6 a.m. guy last year. He is probably the spark that ignited our work ethic. He has been one of the guys that does everything. He's our glue guy. He has probably made the biggest jump in his individual skill that I've seen from sophomore to junior year. You're going to see a big-time difference in him. Shot it really well, inconsistently, but was really good at times. I think his high was the Boone game, maybe, district tournament. I think he had like 18 or something like that. He had some really good games, but it was a sophomore inconsistent year. And this year he's going to be tremendous for us. Elijah Thomas, if you hear him calling him Man, you might hear me call him a lot of other things. But he is sort of the guy that can cut up, can have a good personality. But he's got a little bit of dog in him too, to compete and fight. A special talent that you could see if you watch the game. He's got a work ethic as well. He's trying to improve his body. I know you can't tell a lot right now. I'm just kidding. He's starting to change the way he looks. He's starting to grow into a man. He gets up at 5:30 and works out with his stepdad at the Y. He's got a different discipline about him, and that is what is going to drive some of that success. These next two guys, Caden, his last name is Cutlip, is coming to us from Unicoi. If you're not familiar with the Cutlip name, his dad was the all-time winning coach at a school that we don't talk about very often. And we have added him to our staff. So Ken Cutlip will be our defensive guy this year. Really blessed to have the addition of Caden, who broke the school record at Unicoi last year for threes in a season, maybe. He's going to bring that talent as a rising junior here to the tribe. Such a great kid, unbelievable work ethic, and he's just a relentless warrior. Carter Atwood, another familiar face if you know coaches in the area. His dad was the coach at Johnson County High School. His dad's name is on that floor as it's been dedicated to him. Carter is coming to us as a sophomore. He was a freshman of the area last year. Carter is a tremendous talent. Some of you guys that like to measure up against high school basketball players might feel pretty good when you go up to Carter, but just don't try to stay in front of him because he will absolutely surprise you with his quickness and his ability. If you think back a long time ago, you found these players just do different things with the ball. You think of guys that just don't look real. I think Carter's got some of that ability about him to where he plays, you better be watching because he can make some passes, he can make some moves that other players just can't do. So we're excited to have him. We're excited to have these guys. It's going to be a fun season. This team will be extremely fast. Offensively, we played pretty fast last year, averaged a lot of possessions. We were 22-10, I think is what it was, won 22 games. But we didn't really like to go to that other side of the floor very often, that inconvenient side, which is the defensive end. That really wasn't priority for us. So this year, we've got to make sure that that's a priority. To do that, Caden's dad, Ken, is going to take on the defense, and it is going to be absolutely something worth watching. We're going to get after it both ways now, and I'm really, really excited about what we've got. We've got really good depth. We've got another player that's not here. Garrison Jones came to us from Daniel Boone. He was an all-conference player last year, about 6'5", maybe. One of our most athletic players. And he is going to be a big-time help for us as well. Obviously, running the floor and doing some things, but he's really mobile in his own right. And he's probably our most energetic player. He's a little different to watch. But we've got a lot of good pieces. We've got two football guys, Jalen and Tyree, who are not with us, obviously. Jalen is a point guard, came last year, has been a really, really good leader for us as a senior. His brother is the really big player who looks like a Division I football player because that's probably what he's on his way to becoming. So both of those guys we're excited to add. And then recently we added two new players, a freshman, which is the first time I've brought up a freshman since I've been here this early. But Lucas Colabro has earned his spot to be a part of this team. And then Daxton, our tallest player, is a sophomore at about 6'6", 6'7", something like that. One of those things. But anyway, I'm excited about what we've got. I put some schedules out there, some dates to note. November 18th is our first game. We're opening up in the Dome against Asheville. After that, December 18th, you absolutely do not want to miss the Alpha Invitational. We have 8 teams from 6 states. We have some really, really, really big-time players, all the way from, if you remember Boston with Marquise Daniels, his son Antoine Daniels has all the SEC offers in the country. He will be coming from Auburn. We've got a team from Miami. We've got a team from South Carolina. We also got Dobyns from South Carolina. We've got a team from Kentucky. And it's just going to be a really, really good field. Probably the best field we've had. If you've seen the Alpha, we've had over 40 college players in 5 years that have played in that tournament. Some of them are at Tennessee now. The Hoover kid is at Tennessee as a freshman, and we've got them everywhere. So you need to watch that. And then the January 31st is a border war game, Virginia versus Tennessee, and that'll be a fun game. We've got Virginia Wise coming in to play against us, so we're going to have a big crowd for that game. But I'll let you guys ask a few questions to these players. I know you might be excited to hear from them. I know there's one in particular that really wants to speak. So maybe I'll let